Hello everybody, this video is going to go over the week 4, which will be 9-1 to 9-7. So you can look over the checklist, you can look over the objectives and the outcomes. You have 4 quizzes, 2 on Mockingbird and 2 on Caged Bird. You can finish those by September 7th. The main crux of this week is your first essay, so I'm going to delve in and look at the prompt. Let's look at the essay prompt. So in the prompt, you're going to notice there are 2 excerpts. One from Mockingbird, which is against white people, and then second one, To Kill a Mockingbird against black people. Read these excerpts, and then hear the prompt. In the 2 excerpts above, it is clear that racism can be against anyone. So although this novel was set in the past in the South of the United States, do racism and ethnicism still occur? Have you ever been a victim of racism or ethnicism? Now make sure that if you're going to use racism and ethnicism, you define both. They are different, they are not the same thing. Have you ever mistreated someone because of their race or ethnicity? Has your race or ethnicity been an advantage to you? Has anyone in your family or a friend faced these? So sometimes students don't, like Professor Kevin, I've never had someone mistreat me due to my race, but that's okay. Bring in a family member or a friend, it's okay. Or has it been an advantage to you? These are just some brainstorming questions. You don't have to answer all of these. These are just to get your idea. So whatever direction you decide to go in with your essay, make sure your thesis statement states that. So, let's take a look. This is the essay possible format. Actually, you must highlight the thesis and all the topic sentences. So let's take a look here. Excuse me. Introductory paragraph. Introduce your topic. Set the stage for your readers, okay? Maybe you want to define racism and ethnicism in the beginning and use your crash course video and the article, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Use those to give the definition because you have to cite from them. You're required to cite once from each of one from the crash course video and once from the article. And then your thesis. Excuse me. So your thesis, maybe you're going to take the idea of let's say you want to talk about maybe you were mistreated because of your race, or then again it may be an advantage to you. So you could say something like, although throughout my life I have been treated poorly due to racism, comma, at other times because of my race or ethnicity, I have had advantages. I know that because some of the students in the former classes have said that they live in the valley, Imperial Valley, and speaking Spanish is a plus there, so they say it's an advantage for them where someone else may not have that advantage. My point here is make sure your thesis is very clear, and if you want to send me your thesis statement, I can look it over to make sure you're on the right page. We're all on the same page. You're very clear about it. So body paragraph 1 will be your first incident of racism or the advantage that helped you, whatever. Make sure your topic sentence is clear. Give your support, and then a closing sentence. Now remember, a closing sentence in an essay may not be necessary because your body paragraph 1 may flow naturally into body paragraph 2. But if it doesn't, add a closing sentence. Body paragraph 2, topic sentence. What's the second point that you're going to take from your thesis statement? Support it. Okay, closing again, it's the same. So if you need body paragraph 3, 4, 5, or 6, it's all the same. You're always going to have a topic sentence, the support, and a closing. And again, the closing sentence, because this is a essay, may not be necessary. Again, you may transition naturally to the next paragraph. And then you want to have your conclusion paragraph, and then your works cited page. Now make sure your works cited page works with an S because you have 2 to cite. You can cite the crash course video and the article. Make sure your works cited page is on its own page. I'm going to show you how to do that. Some students kind of suffered with that or didn't know how to do it. So what I do is you click on Insert Page Break. I'm going to pull up a Word document. Okay, so let's say this is your paper. This is all words. It's not blank. And then the last sentence of your essay is, overall, racism has had a negative effect on my life. What I do is I go here, and then I return once, so I'm underneath it, and then I go to, this is to get to my works cited page, I go to Insert, up here, Insert Page Break, right here it is, Page Break. automatically took my cursor to the next page, and then you're going to center works cited and do it there. Put your works cited there. So again, it's just as easy as insert page break. And of course, you're going to have your MLA heading and then the title of your essay, and then you'll go into your paragraphs. Make sure that you are indenting every paragraph. Some students don't. I don't know why they don't. Okay, and then I put this in the module as well. You should not be using I think or I believe, but in this paper, it's okay because it's asking about you. Not think or I believe, but it's okay to use I because you're going to give personal examples. All right, now let's take a look at the The essay is due Sunday, September 7th. It has to be at least 1,000 words. I will be running this essay through 2 different AI detectors. Make sure you don't use those because if you do, you're going to get a 0. Make sure that translators will be picked up as AI. Do not use translators. Make sure that you aren't using Grammarly suggestions because that will trigger the AI as well. Okay, and if you do, and make sure you use the 2 sources that I'm giving you. So let's look at the sources right now. So here are the 2 resources, article and then the crash course video. Let's look at the article first. I have embedded the whole entire article here, so you don't need to go anywhere else for it. Okay, so it's by Amy Morin, blah, blah, blah. So here's overview section. I think I'm going to put a parenthesis there. So when you're citing this, I want you to use SEC period. If you were to cite from here, according to Morin, blah, 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 quote, blah, 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 quote, and then SEC period 1. Make sure you use the section that you're getting your information from. Okay, section 3, because there are no page numbers in there. It was hard to do it with paragraphs, PAR period. So from the article, use section, SEC period. A little s, you don't need a big S, a capital S. Okay, and then let's go look at the video. Before I jump to the video, here's an example of how you will do the in-text. For example, Morin, the author, section 6. I know that you got your information, your quote, no paraphrasing from section 6 of this article. And then here is an example of how you will list this article. I've given you everything here that you need to prepare it. Like it would be Morin, Amy, title, etc. Okay, for your works cited page. Okay, so here's the race and ethnicity video you will use. Here you're going to use a timestamp to cite. So let's say that you use a quote at a year and it's at the 2:47 marker, then you would put just the time, 2:47. I'll know that I can come to the video and look at 2:47, and that's where you quoted from. And here's the information that you need to quote from this for your works cited page. Again, timestamp. The article you're going to use section. Okay, and let me get out of here. So you'll submit the essay here, and that's due September 7th. And I'm going to add the AI thing here as well. You've already seen it once, but I'm going to add it here one more time. And optional rewrite. So for the week 2-3, you wrote your first formal discussion board for me. I've graded them now. If you want to make all of the changes that I've suggested to you, you can submit this here, and I will grade that for you. So I'll average the week 2-3 discussion board, the original, to the rewrite for the week 2-3. Again, it must be all corrected. If you give it to me and you haven't made all the corrections that I suggested, I'm not going to grade it. Just give me an excuse. It won't hurt or it won't help. Okay, and that's due by Friday, September 5th. I'll update that there. Okay, everybody, let me just quick look and make sure. Okay, so you have 4 quizzes due by September 7th. The essay is due by Sunday, September 7th. And the rewrite, if you choose to do it, it's optional. It will be by September 5th. I'm going to change that. And I'm going to add you have helpful essay writing tips. And I'm going to add an example essay so you know what it should like when you submit it to me. Topic, sentence, and thesis must be in yellow. Well, I think you know that, and make sure you have your heading. But I'll add one there just to make it easier for you. Okay, everybody, good luck. Thank you.